How do I keep my staff from leaving? Losing my virtual assistant before was really stressful. I really need her and don't want to lose her.
The first mistake you've made with love is that you've actually created an organization where you've got a lot of man risk. If you have a person in your organization and you feel like you need that person, you've got what you call man risk or woman risk, if you prefer. There's two types of sadnesses around losing a person. One is if Kate came and said, Demir, I have an opportunity I cannot say no to, and I'm just going to have to leave you. Like one level of sadness would just be like, oh, I'm going to miss her. She's such a great presence. Like it was so great to have her on the team. Just the regular amount of sadness of like, oh, well, she's moving on. And that's so sad. Another level of sadness that all of my business owners and managers know is the, oh my God, there's so much that's dependent on this person. Nobody else knows what's going on in this person's head. They've sort of like have this role up in their head and now they're walking out the door. And this is when I don't know if you see on social media, there's this new guy who has like mean texts that employers will write to their employees and say like, I can't believe you're leaving me. Like, I thought you were better than this. And they make it really personal and it feels really personal because that person is walking out and leaving a giant hole in your business. But ultimately, this is your fault. When we create teams, when we create processes, when we create businesses, we need to create unscrew-upable systems that don't have man risk. That means that if somebody leaves, that their job is sufficiently defined and there's enough trainings left behind that somebody could step in and do some approximation of the job that that person does, 80, 90% of the job in week 1 or week 2. So the first mistake that you've made here is that you've embedded a lot of man risk. And so I think the first thing you should be doing isn't, how do I not lose her? Because here's the bad news, you will at some point. This is not Japan in the 1980s. Kate is not going to be with my company until she's like 65 or 70 years old. She's not going to be here forever. So I need to expect that I'm going to lose Kate. And so part of what we do in Lifehack is we actually backfill a person, not with another person, but with SOPs. So often a lot of our conversations are, hey, Kate, this job that you're doing, do we have that sufficiently defined out and SOP'd out so that we've got, some documentation around what you're doing? It benefits the company in the sense that there's not that fear and that like icy cold grip in your heart. Like, oh my God, like I have no idea what this person's doing. And if I lost them, I wouldn't be able to replicate that. But also on Kate's side, it means that if she needs to go take a month-long vacation or go do something, it's like, no problem. Like, Aiden, come on in and just jump into Kate's role because all of the SOPs and processes are there. So we can actually cross-train in roles and support each other as a staff. So if somebody gets sick or if somebody wants to go on vacation or if somebody needs to step away from the role for whatever reason, I can step in, anybody could step in and just check out those unscrew-upable systems and do that job. So I'd say Priya, what you really need to focus on is getting this person to start creating SOPs and trainings about what it is that they're doing so that you don't have so much man risk embedded.